Plano firefighters called this a first. They tweeted out these photos after a Mercedes-Benz hit a buck in West Plano. The deer wound up in the back seat. The driver wasn't even touched. Fox 4's Deanna Zoga live with that driver's story tonight. Deanna.
Yeah, Steve, wasn't touched. He is okay. Just a little surprised. I think any of us would be. This happened in rush hour in traffic here on 121. In fact, a traffic camera recorded the whole thing. And you're about to see just how quickly it happened on 121 right here on the Plano-Frisco line.
I seen the deer on the side of the road.
Driving home on westbound 121 near Legacy, Christopher Coleman was more focused on rush hour traffic than the deer he spotted in the distance.
I was admiring it, how pretty it was.
And it takes exactly 1 second to go from pretty to pretty close.
Like right after just admiring, I heard a loud smash.
You can see the deer approached 121 from the right, misses a white pickup, then bounds into the path of Coleman's Mercedes in the center lane. The impact throws the deer up and back down through Coleman's windshield, where it landed inside his car.
I looked back and seen the deer in the back seat. I didn't know it was in the car. And my first impulse was, I got to get out of the car before it started moving because it's going to kill me.
Despite the gaping hole in the windshield, Coleman was not hurt, just stunned.
I've never, ever seen deer, and not in that area. Not in that area.
This busy stretch of road may be the last place you'd expect to encounter a deer. Plano firefighters even tweeted about the unusual call. But deer do roam Collin County, traveling along creek beds and wooded areas, including one near Legacy. A game warden tells us this animal, an 8-point buck, is likely at least 3.5 years old, and that in November would be active, chasing does in heat. The buck wasn't huge by a hunter's standard, but it was big enough to damage Coleman's car and give him the scare of his life.
I thought about it, and I realized how close it was, and I just thank God to be alive.
Yeah, pretty lucky considering the impact in that crash that you saw there. Now, how often does this happen? Well, TxDOT does track crash reports, not necessarily deer specific, but they did look at wild animal reports. And in some stats that were published last year, you can imagine there's a big difference between rural areas and urban areas. 5,800 crashes involving wild animals in rural areas versus just 877 in urban. And I think Plano-Frisco here counts, at least the line counts. And remember, Steve, November, very dangerous time. Always scan the roadway for deer, and if one jumps into your path, just do what Coleman did. Just keep straight on. Do not swerve to try and avoid that animal. Back to you.
All right, got it. It's not often you scan the road for deer in an urban area, but we'll start. All right, Deanna Zoga, live in Plano. Thanks.